The East End Family Resource Center's mission is to build bridges of opportunity by giving residents of the East End of Charleston the opportunity to achieve. They accomplish this through 4 programmatic areas.
Our first and probably most notable is our after-school program, where we serve nearly 200 students a year, pre-K through 12th grade. In the after-school program, we offer an array of services. Our dance studio, our recording room, which has 3 music booths, our 60-instrument music lesson room. We have a 30-person computer lab. We have homework rooms. We have arts and crafts room. We have a nature learning lab, parents as teachers, which serves 0 to 5 years of age. It is a home visiting program where we encourage parents to be their child's first teacher. Our third program is our senior program, where we have senior activities 1 day a week, and we have a movie for seniors 1 day a week. And our last program, and I share with everyone that no program could run without child nutrition program. Nearly 43% of the families that we serve at East End Family Resource Center are considered transient families, so they don't have a permanent address. So we know the need for nutrition and for healthy eating is critical. Most often when kids go to school, they eat breakfast and lunch. Here, through our child nutrition program, they receive a dinner, a free snack, and most often those kids don't eat until they return again to school. So through those 4 programs, we try to build bridges of opportunities with the families that we serve.
Terry says the center couldn't do the good work it does without volunteers.
Volunteers are a critical part of our puzzle here. Every day we're averaging 5 to 7 volunteers. We could not do the work that we do without the help of volunteers. We have Charleston Catholic seniors who are committed to coming every day of the week and working on increasing the reading level of our pre-K through 2nd grade student. Our volunteers take our students to our recording room. They put the headphones on, they get in the booth, and they can hear themselves read. Most often when kids take the CD home, they come back the next day and say, "Hey, can I read that story again?" But it's the encouragement they receive from the volunteers. It's the individualized attention that they get from that volunteer that makes them so exciting about reaching those goals and improving in certain areas.
Kids learn better when they're interested, so the center looks for ways to make learning fun.
We look for people who have skills. Kids learn better when they're interested. So for an example, we've taught math off the beat of a drum. So sometimes we go look for drummers who could come in and volunteer just some time, who could actually read music and help our kids learn to count through the beat of the drum. So we recruit non-traditional volunteers in really any realm that you can think of. We've had carpenters come and say, "How can we volunteer our time?" And they build things like cubbies for us. We want volunteers who are relatable, who understand the population that we serve is 200% below the poverty level. We want volunteers to understand that sometimes we have to modify some behaviors before we can actually teach the curriculum. And that's okay. It just means we have to take a couple more seconds to teach or to help a kid learn a skill.
The East End Family Resource Center has a solid volunteer training program in place. The training is very detailed to prepare volunteers for working with kids.
Every volunteer who comes into the door of East End Family Resource Center receives a orientation training. We go over the basic expectations. We go over some basic principles of how to work with kids. And we also talk about how to handle the difficult tasks, the difficult things that may lie ahead as you work with kids. The most important thing that we communicate to our volunteers is that it is a team effort and that they're always paired with a trained staff member. And they can always reach out for help.
Volunteer time requirements vary from a 1-hour project to becoming a mentor of a student. The center will work with your schedule.
Volunteers have come in to do one project that takes them an hour, perhaps a bulletin board, to an extended project, taking on being a mentor of a student and working on Common Core standards, working on building careers and aspirations for that individual. So volunteer time is totally at the discretion of the volunteer. I would say that East End Family Resource Center is a place where once you get in here and see the smiles of the children, your heart makes the connection. But they'll know that whatever investment they give, that seed will grow. Every day is an opportunity to volunteer here at East End Family Resource Center.